Well. Halloween, better known as Noche de Brujas to all of us. Welcome in. This is Abiertos' very special edition. But before I start talking and introduce myself, I want to I'll let him introduce himself. Good evening, good morning, and how are you, sir?
Hey, what up? What up? The voice of power, MC Bacon here. Happy Halloween, everyone. Y'all be safe on those streets later tonight. Here it is.
Coming up next, we've got the one and only Nasty Nash in the building.
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
How you doing?
Happy Halloween to everyone. Hope you see this hand flowing. Salute. Hope you guys have a wonderful, safe Halloween today, and
There you go.
be safe. Just be safe.
Definitely got to be
So,
safe. And you know what?
Ah,
We have to get in
what
the
the?
spirit. We have to get in the spirit.
Mendes, we said we're gonna put a mask on. Where's your mask?
Well, I wanted you to feel like the first time I met you. I wanted
He
you
don't.
to
He
know
don't need one. He don't need one. He
that
don't
this is
need
how I
one.
feel about you.
Honestly, like that, you look like a wrestler, yo.
So welcome
That's
in,
pretty
welcome
dope.
in. This is our Halloween edition. We want to have fun today with you guys. We don't want to keep too much of your time, but we do want to have fun on a Halloween night. Whether you're
Sir.
home, you're out trick or treating, you took the kids out, or you know
Yeah.
what, she took you out.
Well, we're here.
Look, it's
So,
retired.
Bacon, tell us a little bit about your decision to be what is it you called yourself again? The Golden Venom.
He already was. He already transformed to
Mysterio.
his four.
I
That's his
said
fourth state.
I had to bring the powers of Venom with the tenacity and the culture of the lucha libres and put them together. So
And that's it.
it's real talk. I couldn't find the mask for Venom. I think I threw it away. So yeah, I had to. I had to. Nothing more to say with that. There's no heritage here. I just fucked up the mask. Can't find it. you know. But I say it looks dope. Again,
Why not, bro?
Oh shit, my hair's all over the place. Look at this.
Venom evolved.
So, boy, did he
Venom,
evolve?
Venom 2.0. More like 4.0. What?
Right?
So, fellas,
Yes, sir.
don't you miss going out trick or treating?
You know what?
No, because
Yes.
I still have kids, bro. I still get candy.
Listen, stop stealing from the kids.
Oh
Bro,
God.
there's too much candy for them, yo. They can't be having too much sugar, yo. You have to take the candy away from them.
Oh, that's for
Like
sure. That's for
me
sure.
growing up, me growing up in the hoods I was at back in the day, it was I never really got to do much trick or treating. And when I say that, I mean like my grandma was very strict back in when I was younger and so on. And if I did do any trick or treating, it would be it would be only in the it would be only on my floor.
Oh,
So
no.
Oh,
like
really?
I'm like, Grandma, can I go trick or treating? She's like, no. Then you hear all the kids outside knocking the other doors and stuff. But what the worst part was, I guess the worst part, but the funniest part of Halloween for me growing up, I couldn't go trick or treating. You think any kids can come to my door and ask for candy? Hell no.
Nope.
I hear us trick or treat. I hear move up, oh you trick or treat. Got it. I was I was labeled back then the house not to go to for trick or treat or candy because grandma's not having it. Yes, and that's oh I'm telling you man that's how it was. I but like I said when I went to go when I did get a chance to go just in the hallway along the door took trick or treat. Okay. And I hear is make sure you get the chocolate. Make sure you get the chocolate. My grandma, stop it. I look, my grandma's out the door, security making sure I'm right in the hallway.
Oh,
Now,
my.
mind you, I, I, my first sets of trick or treating started in the hallways of my building, and then I advanced and upgraded to going onto the actual streets later on. But
You're still on the streets.
right,
You start somehow, right?
right. That's it, man. But those are some fond memories of like trick or treating the way how I seen it from door to door on my one floor, whatever candy I got, and then obviously bringing in the candy inside. Grandma's taking all the best ones, leaving me with all the crappy ones.
Oh no.
Like I'm like, Mom, why don't you go up for trick or treating? And she said, me? To go walk up there, Hallelujah, to ask people. I don't like talk to people, much less ask people for something. Shouts to my
Oh,
grandma,
no.
God rest her soul. Oh, I would love to just have a moment and just have her back around just to scream at those kids. And I'm talking when you're talking about screams, those I'm pretty sure those kids had nightmares, man. Like, oh, grandma, get out of my door! I have no candy for you. Oh my god! I put aside. Don't knock the door, please. Don't knock the door. I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. Don't knock. Don't knock.
How
But
was trick or treating for you, Bendis?
yeah.
Well, as a kid, I loved it because well, back in the day, where I was living in Toronto at that point, and we would go building the building, the building, the building, the building. My brother and I run around with my mom, with maybe an aunt or an uncle, and then my dad would sit in the car selecting what he wanted, putting the rest in the bag for us. And there's one time, I think I was like maybe 8 years old, 9 years old. We're going building the building in Etobicoke. And you remember how at one point they stopped doing that you could go into every single building and you had to actually be able to go into a lobby only,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they would do their own little displays and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they decided to do a nice, like really cool display, lighting, fog, everything. My brother's like, "No, I'm scared. No, I'm not going in." I'm like, "I'm a man. I can go." And I'm carrying this like, I swear to God, the knife had to have been like this big at least. I don't know if the camera's there. And I'm, like I say, I'm maybe freaking knee high, 8 years old, running around with my brother. And I'm like, I'm going in. I'm tough. I get in. I'm like, I see this gorilla on one side. I'm like, I think someone's in it. I think someone's in it. My uncle's like, no, man. Be a man. Be a man. You can go in. You can go in. So I open the door. I walk in, get my candy. Trick or treat. The girl barely puts the candy in my bag, and the gorilla gets up. Motherfucker, I ran. I don't think I've ever ran that fast in my life. I hit my literally one of these commercials, dude. Boom! Right into the door. Fall back. Look at the gorilla. Throw the bag at him. Run out. Everybody's howling. Meanwhile, I can think is I get a gorilla after me. That's all I can think about. Every year we still talk about it. And then when we were older, I think it was in my 20s, when my parents first got their house in the neighborhood they're in right now. My mom says to me, "Let's do Halloween. Let's do a haunted house." Are you sure? Yeah, do a haunted house outside. Okay. So we put props up, asked the neighbor to move their vehicles out so we could put my mom's van in there. And we were gonna put one of us inside the van to scare everybody. Meanwhile, we didn't know what my mom was gonna do. My mom and my grandmother decided to sit in the front porch. Two old ladies with candy in front, and just says take one. Okay, so they're both there waiting for kids to come up, and my grandma, every time somebody would come up to grab a fucking candy, oh, scare the hell out of the kids. So as the kids are running away, I'm inside the van in a gorilla suit of all things, and I start shaking the hell out of the van, shaking the van like as if I'm a caged gorilla inside of it. To this day, the neighbors are begging us to do it again because one of the community members, like a condo president or whatever the hell they're called, the dude literally pissed his pants right there in front of my parents' house. We got the man so good, like he literally just done. To this day, he doesn't talk to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Yeah, no, trick or treating was the best. We used to
You
we used
made
to
him
go
piss his
out with
pants,
them.
bro. What'd you expect?
Well, we were having fun. It is what it is. What about you,
Oh
Nash?
man. No, trick or treating was fun, man. Always dressed up. Always, we used to go. Fuck, we used to walk a lot, bro. I used to come back with like bags. You know what I mean? It depends because we moved a lot, so we were everywhere. But every area that we went, they always did it good, man. Somehow. It's just now that I'm seeing how everything went down. It's like you don't see that many houses decorated. You don't see like people with that. Oh, it's Halloween. Let's do this. But
Yeah, it's not like before.
no, but it was fun, man. And then we used to go downtown with my mom and check all the costumes. People used to dress up, walk up and down Young Street, and yeah, man, that's how it was. But then little by little, like even Young Street looks shitty now.
Now you guys going out this year for to get candy?
What?
Are you guys gonna go out? Have you been
Yeah,
out?
no, definitely, no, we will soon. So yeah, my first Halloween for the baby. So he's loving it. We have his little skunk costume going. So yeah, he's gonna be fucking cute, yeah.
What about you, Bacon? You gonna go get some candy?
Eh, I'll probably have candy here, and if the kids knock the door, I'll probably get a little something. I'll probably eat some of the candy, so it won't be a won't be a massive supply of candy going out. But nah, if they come around, I'll give them a little something. You know what I mean? So it is in the spirit of Halloween and stuff like that. So, but you know what? I have to say, guys, like whoever's watching this, if there's young viewers watching this Halloween special, I'm pretty sure they're tripping the hell out of Nash's mask and yours because they hear your voice. I'm pretty sure they'd say, "Mom, Dad, why isn't their mouth moving? All, all you
Where's
see is
that
teeth. All you see is teeth."
head?
And like, there you go. Oh, those masters are trippy, bro. But yeah, man, like I said, the Halloween for me is like I said, the time I was able to go out actually trick or treating and stuff like that is later on in my teens and stuff, and it's the same thing. They just go around, pick up candy and stuff, and but then it just gets to a point where the other side of Halloween comes about. Like that term they say, oh, it's not trick or treating, it's trick or beating. You know,
Mhm.
people start kids start to get rowdy and want to rob other people for their candies and all this stuff. And I
Were
remember
you
one
beat
time,
up when you were out there
yeah,
getting your candy?
it's crazy. Like I remember I
Did you
seen
get beat up,
there was a,
Bacon?
there was a kid, like he was just walking with I guess a bunch of his friends, and they came to this house, and then there was this group of people just came and just swarmed those kids. Like they didn't weren't violent. They just said, "Give me the candy, Dad." And the kids were crying and stuff like that, and it's just like, well, it just became a regular thing after that, and it's just what it's a shame because like the whole theme of Halloween, go out get candy, and you still making memories, and it just sucks to have memories of the fact that people are getting, you know, beat up and robbed for candy for, people's enjoyment and not realizing that, yeah, you're actually you're doing damage right now. So
Yeah, it's true.
it's crazy,
You
but
are right.
it'll always have the blend of that. I enjoyed it every year, so you know, celebrating Halloween, dressing up, decorating the house, playing the music and everything else. People come by, whatever. Then it's just being in the spirit of it. Just makes it always fun for me.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's great to see the kids out, and it's great to see families out having fun. I remember we were living in Grand Ravine. You guys know where Grand Ravine is.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
So my parents had a house out there, and we were maybe like 11 years old, 12 years old, my brother and I. And this one guy, he would sit in front of his house with barrels of candy. Like literally, he would buy barrels of candy, and right there he'd tell you, "What do you want?" And he'd just start scooping it in, not
Wow.
asking you questions, just scooping it in. Two
That's
doors
awesome.
down, there was a dude giving out apples. Guess who had people at the door?
The one with the candies.
No, you know what? The guy
The one
with
with
the
the apple.
apples.
Yeah, yeah.
It would shock me because for the years that we were living there, the guy with the apples would run out of apples. It was wild.
It's crazy.
what what's the worst thing that that or you or your parents found? Well, I know you guys are parents, so what would you say is the worst thing that you found in candies as you go through them when you're at the house after you're done?
Condoms.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that, but actually, we always go through the candies after. I've never really found nothing bad, bro. Even when I
No,
was
one
young, like
year there was this one neighbor.
I got money one time, one year.
Yeah, money's okay.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I got like loonies too. Like, well, we didn't have toonies then. My loonies, quarters, yeah, just a bunch of change. Yo, so it's like,
Oh yeah, that you can deal with. We even had one guy, one dentist. He would give out toothbrushes every year,
okay.
but that was cool. But no, there was this one lady. I guess she must have been, working or something because every year she'd give the kids out condoms.
Jesus.
Yeah, like every year it was nonstop. She'd give every kid would open up their bag, and then well, imagine my freaking view when my daughter comes up and says to me, "Papa, what's this? What kind of candy is this?
Mm-hmm.
It
What are you
doesn't
gonna
taste
say?
good.
What are you gonna say?" I'm like, "Can I have that?" It's like, "But it's my candy. How do I inflate this balloon?"
Right.
Mm,
Like, come on,
Crazy.
true.
you know.
So no,
Now
nobody got like any blades and apples or nothing like that.
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah, like I said, that
Obviously, I've
same
never
here. I've heard of all that stuff, but
No, never
never
I'm
really
glad
had
I
it.
haven't
personally.
lived through that or seen it. I've lived in some rough neighborhoods and nothing, bro. I'll be honest with you. All my life, I haven't seen it like that. Even with my kids, we would go to some really, really sketchy neighborhoods because we had a friend there or whatever. Nothing. And you know what? I'm happy about that. I'm happy to say that because there are some nice neighborhoods where you get the weirdest stuff.
Yeah,
It's
that's
true.
crazy.
So since it's that time of year and we're all having fun and the kids are trick or treating, what's your favorite Halloween movie? What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't like scary movies, bro. Nah, man, I don't like scary movies. I don't watch scary movies. No, no, probably like the classics. Other than that, that's it, man.
What about you, Bake?
I love watching the Friday the 13th movies with with Jason. You know what I mean? So it's the scary shit. And I too I can say I'm not really a fan of horror movies or scary movies, but I'll watch them. I know my niece from time to time she makes fun of me saying, "No, come on, Uncle Jay, like you just come watch some horror movies with me." So I was like, I don't know about that. I need to make sure I sleep at night and make sure I wake up. You know what I mean?
Right?
But I've seen a lot like Nightmare on Elm Street, Jaws, Saw. Like Saw is just insane. Like
But that's not like scary. It's more like a cringy thriller. I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
spiritual.
just
Yeah,
more
those
gore
I don't
and stuff
mind.
like that.
Those
But
I don't mind. I don't like the scary ones and all this. It's just
I
not
think
for me.
what I think one classic that really gave me nightmares for weeks was Poltergeist.
Oh, Phrygia.
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
anybody. I heard about it and didn't watch it.
like that looking in that TV screen and you look at your TV, it was like, oh my god, it was like it just was like flashbacks for me. But yeah, I think though that I think then or or any vampire movie like Dracula, any of those movies, it's like
So neither one of you has
I
watched
have to
The
turn the lights
Exorcist.
on and to watch those.
So y'all haven't seen The Exorcist.
Yes, I have.
Nash?
Yeah, I've seen that one
Tormented,
too. I've seen that one too.
tormented.
Okay. Well, what about your significant others? Have you ever watched the movie with them?
Oh
A
yeah,
girl?
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I watch
Boyfriend?
with him. I fall asleep, so I don't watch it.
Oh man.
No, like she knows
No.
that I don't like scary movies or like horror movies. So like she watches it with her niece or her mom. But other than that, like it has to be something that okay, I'll give it a chance. But other than nah,
See,
there's not
I
for me.
don't
There's
get
not for
how
me.
someone would want to watch this and then all they do is scream and close their eyes the whole movie.
Yeah, I know, but
I
we're
don't
there
get
to
that.
protect them.
Yeah, as you're snoring.
Jeez.
Nobody hung out you.
No, definitely, definitely. Now, we've all been in the club scene. We've done our thing. What's been your favorite Halloween jam to play at or MC at?
Now, in regards to, you mean like where the best place I've been at that has that Halloween party?
Yeah.
I would have to say, man, that's a good one. I remember the parties we used to have at Brisas back in the day. I'll say Moda nightclub back in the day, which is Nouveau now. But I remember a long way back at Plaza Flamingo. There was this one particular Halloween party that everybody was talking about, and it did not disappoint. It did not disappoint at all. Like, it was insane, insane. But if I can top off one more than that, is when I used to work at Epic Lounge back in the day, and oh, I can't even gonna tell this story. I by far the this was one of the, well, in my eyes, after it happened, the scariest Halloween for me, which has a little bit of importance as well, because it was the night I got into a DUI. Uh,
Oh,
I I have no problem talking about it because yes, it did happen. And again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, ring that bell. This is a special edition, and as I always say, when I say something, it comes from a real place. So, with that said, I was hosting the night and everything else. Got drank, drank too much, and people were people in the club, from what I was told, was trying to take the keys from me, and I got a little hostile and said, "Leave me alone. I'm fine. I'm fine." Now, of all costumes to have on for this for this night, I had on, now picture this, a Guinness bottle. So it was the shape of a Guinness beer bottle with the holes on the side so I could put my hands through. So I looked like a walking beer bottle there, partying it up and everything else. I ended up near the corner of the bar where no one see me. Actually took off the costume and walked up the doors downstairs. Walked
oh,
down the steps, got into my car. So now I'm thinking I'm going down uh I'm going down St. Clair to Dufford so I could go home. No, I end up going down Lansdowne, almost down to Davenport. You know when you drive down and then you do the
That
curve
curve.
before you hit the
Yeah.
light? Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was I was driving, and I ended up hitting the curb, cracking my rim, where sparks started coming up, and obviously the police pulled me over, and that was the that was the scariest night for me. If that's not something to, on a night like Halloween, the fact that I was that stupid to get intoxicated and go behind the wheel and you know get into that accident, and I'll never forget, the cop looked at me. The first thing he asked me is like, "Yo, you on drugs or something?" It is Halloween. I'm like, "Nah." He's like, "Oh, have you been drinking?" I was like, "Yeah, I had one or two beers." And he looked at my he looked at my car, and word for word he said, "I don't think you only had one or two beers, my friend." I wasn't hostile and everything else. They saw the costume in the back. Lo and behold, a beer bottle. How convenient. They did the breathalyzer, and I blew double the limit, and the rest from there. And that specific horrible night cost me almost 7 years of driving. Now, when I say 7 years of driving, my license got suspended, yes, but they impounded my car. They got rid of my car. I sat in a holding cell for the night, and I got charged. And they had my car was in the pound. I didn't have money back then to take it out. They just came out with 6 months after the conviction. They came out with a back on track program. that was too expensive for me to go through the program. So I just end up not driving for about almost 7 to 8 years. And lesson learned. And when I look back on it, like it still kind of gives me the shivers a bit because I could have really done some damage that night. I could have took a life. I could have hurt myself, those around me, like, and yeah, biggest regret ever. And the fact that it happened on Halloween made it that much worse for me. Yeah, real talk. That was
That's
if
crazy.
they, if there was a scary moment that I can really talk about, and like I said, I have no issue talking about this because it's uh it's something that happened, and again, you learn from it to make sure it doesn't happen again. But it was not even about the driving. It was just the fact that thinking that what I really could have took a life. Like I could have really done some damage, like I just mentioned, and you
Mm.
don't think about it in that moment when you're driving, and then I'll
Mhm.
never forget it. Like for the weeks, you know, the calls, the comments I was getting, and I could be so stupid, just da da, okay, da da da. I deserved all of that and some. So that's that was a real eye opener for me on a Halloween night like that. Back in it was actually back in 2011, if I'm
Oh
not
wow,
mistaken. Yeah, man. So
Mm.
that's a story in
Definitely
life,
eye
man.
opening.
yes,
For
sir,
sure.
for sure,
Definitely
hundred
eye
percent, man.
opening. Something for sure not to repeat.
Never, never repeat. No way.
No,
Crazy.
those are lessons to learn from, and sometimes we learn from things that really happens to us like that. Something hard makes us open our eyes. You know what I mean? Because if that didn't happen, you probably would have been doing the same thing and over and over,
Right?
right?
Exactly.
And probably would have ended up with your life or someone like you said, bro, like someone else's life. And you were lucky enough that that did not happen. You
Yep.
know what I
Hmm.
mean? So you're still here. You didn't take no one out, so that's a blessing. So
Hundred
you know what I
percent.
mean?
Yeah.
Shit happens, and there's nothing that we can handle. You're still with life. We're still
That's
happy here, and look, we're doing this together. So you know what I
right.
mean? Shit, yo.
Exactly. Very well said, Dennis. Very well said. What
Sure.
about you, Leon? What's your a memorable experience for you, Mr. Floaty Head?
What's up?
For
The what?
Halloween, what's a memorable experience for you with the
Honestly,
club?
Halloween. I don't really go out on Halloween, yo. Like if I go, it's just trick or treating, or I don't go to parties. I don't do much of that. I never really DJ on a Halloween event. It's just I don't for some reason trying to stay away from everything, because a lot of shit that's happened on Halloween, bro.
Yes.
And it's
True.
just kind of being safe in that sense that go trick or treating. Like I said, we used to go downtown, check everything out, and we back home. And that's what I do. And even with Patricia, like we go take the kids out. It's funny because our anniversary is on Halloween night, right? So even we
Okay.
still don't do nothing much. We still don't do thing. But I would have to say the best Halloween that I had is our first day with Patricia, because that's when we went out. We went all of us with my cousin, and that's when we basically started going out. So that's the only party and that I actually could remember, and yeah, it was memorable.
Good.
So and look what happens 15 years after, kind of coming to 15 years. Wow.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's
Celebrate.
crazy from time to time how, like I said, I don't know if you guys have, like I haven't experienced this myself in regards to violence on Halloween or anything of the sort in regards to you know have to deal with something of that type of level. But like the stories I've heard over the years of
Hmm.
like some people don't do a Halloween at all because it's just the fear of someone knocking the door and saying trick or treat. You open the door and you get ambushed. Like I've heard stories of grown men like or grown people. They're breaking into people's houses just by saying oh trick or treat, and then as soon as they open the door, boom, they're trying to enter your home and trying to rob you or do something to you, whatever the case is.
Hmm.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah, man, I heard a story. So
You know, that's
it's
some
just, I
scary
guess,
shit.
it's
Like,
better to keep yourself safe, and then that's it.
Yep.
yeah, man, it's just like you look to the people, and as soon as first thing they're trying to barge in the door, and you don't know what's gonna happen. And a scenario like that, let's say an example, someone comes to your someone comes to your door, they knock the door, wherever they ambush, and you have a bat by your door, or you have something on you, and you defend yourself.
You're still
Who,
at fault.
where does the blame fall on? Does it fall on
Mm.
you for protecting yourself, or for you to, or for you, or on that person for trying to attempt to barge into your home and doing whatever the mentality of what they're looking to do by entering your unit or your home is?
Well,
That's crazy.
that's where it goes. I mean, personally, I'll just do whatever to protect my home.
Hmm.
And I think anybody would do that. So no matter what the
Definitely,
consequence
definitely.
is, you're protecting your home, and then you're protecting your loved ones who live in your home. So you know, that's again, people could be different. People could just don't not care. I don't know, but
That's
that's my personal
take that.
opinion.
People take that special type of occasion to turn it into something that's, you know, that doesn't have to be, and there's, unfortunately, there's people out there that do that, and
Yeah.
Mm.
it sucks, but at the end of the day, it's reality. Like if people, if it takes for you to say, for you to answer, someone knocks your door and you say, okay, how many people are with you? You
Hmm.
sure? Like when you're asking questions when it comes to that, that's how you know you're not celebrating Halloween as you're supposed to.
Yep.
But you're living in that reality that you got to protect yourself, because again, you don't know what's behind that door. You don't know who's lurking or who's waiting, and it sucks, but it's unfortunate. But again, it's what we live in, unfortunately, at this point.
Yep. That's it, man. But what's the goal question? Any scary stories you guys have? Like any paranormal stories that you might have encountered? Hmm.
So
No.
a
Go
few
ahead, Nash.
years back, a few years back, we were all chilling for Halloween.
Hmm.
Rarely did we do what we did that year. We actually sat down and watched a marathon of movies. And we're watching the movies, whatever. I can't even remember what it was we were watching. We were watching a bunch of movies that year. And all of a sudden, the kitchen door started over the cupboards. And we're like, what the hell? We thought it was my uncle or something just messing around with us. So whatever, one movie goes, put the next one on. We're right into it, and it's like I remember it was a scary moment, and all of a sudden we hear, and we're all looking at each other like, okay, whoever it is, stop messing around. It's a scary movie, blah blah blah. So we all start bitching at each other. Nothing, nothing. Let it be. We're on our third movie already, maybe fourth, and we hear knocking coming from the basement. Okay, the cupboards start opening and shutting down again. And we're okay. At this point, we're freaked out because the adults aren't in the house. It's just us kids, and we're hearing noises from the basement. Okay,
That's crazy.
there's nobody in the house. Everybody that's in the house is in the living room. We're together. We can see the cupboard doors just swinging at this point. There's no reason for this to be happening. So my cousin's like, okay, let's stop watching this shit. Blah 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 blah. So we're like, no no no, let's finish it. Let's finish it, bro. I kid you not. Out of nowhere, all we hear is out of nowhere coming from the basement. No more. We all looked at each other like, okay, who's fucking around? Who's saying the no more?
Right?
Silence, complete silence. We all look at each other. All the lights go off. All we hear is, I said no more. All the doors in the kitchen were already closed and they slammed. The basement door slammed shut. That was it. None of us wanted to watch. None of us nothing. We all ran, left the house. We were outside chilling till the adults came back.
Mm.
To this day, there's no reason. There's nothing.
Yeah,
That's
no more.
Oh, there was no more after that.
that's insane.
Yeah, brother. We were living at yeah. I was living in Toronto with the family, and we decided to have a Halloween party. My mom's not about Halloween. She likes from time to time, but over the years she's become more and more religious and more into her beliefs. So none of this. That year, though, we're all goofing around. Everybody's getting tipsy. The adults are doing the thing, and the kids are doing their thing. All of a sudden, power goes out. We're like, uh oh, what happened outside? We were the only apartment with no power. We thought like breaker blew, nothing, nothing. About a week later, one of the persons that was there at the party passed away.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, we've had our moments. We've had some scary moments. We lived at a house that we thought was haunted because you
Man,
could
no,
see things at night. You could hear things at night. And if
That's
you
why
walked
when we
in
that's
at
why when
night,
we move into a house, man, we bless the house. We like take everything out and we move in, bro. Cause
yeah.
I heard stories of that and it's just some crazy shit.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm not for
Like
that.
even here at the studio, when we first took over, we had somebody come in and bless it.
Yeah.
I ain't playing around. I ain't joking around with stuff like that because you know what? You just don't know
Right?
who or what.
Yeah.
No, man. That's crazy. That's some scary stuff.
What about you
Like
guys?
Me personally, I haven't. I would say I haven't had any type of like paranormal activity type, uh, or anything like noises and everything else coming from the house where it scared the crap out of me. But if I if I can share in regards to just like the like spiritual energy, I never used to be a believer in that until my grandma passed away.
mm,
And you guys, I touched base with you guys with this already, and I never was a believer of energies and uh and how that aspect works. But there's just some times where like I feel like my grandma's in the room.
mm-hmm.
Like there's times there's little things that well, I guess maybe kind of blends in with what we're talking about because there's times like there's like knocks. I remember one time I was looking at my dresser while I was watching TV, and for the life of me, the remote it fell on the floor. Now the remote wasn't on the edge of the dresser, but yet it ended up on the floor.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
like certain things that happen in my home in regards to just having a feeling or uh like sometimes I get this little bit of tension right here between my eyes here. And I remember my grandma used to have that a lot because she used to wear glasses. She used to always to pinch at the top of her eyes and squeeze them like so. I don't know if it was for the headaches or anything. And I remember when after after she passed away, um, that feeling I told you guys when I was holding her hand, um, when she had passed, and how warm it was, and I just kept holding to the point that my hands start to sweat. And then the lady called me from the outside of the nursing home. She talked to me about not even more than a minute. And then when I came back and I grabbed my grandma's hand, like it was so cold, like ice, and that freaked me out. I was like, "What? What?" And I was like, I freaked. I was like, "What happened here? Why is your hand so cold?" Da da. She passed away. No, no, no. It was just warm like a what? And I didn't really understand it. And then there's some people who I spoke to, and I asked them, and they said, "Yeah, your grandma was waiting for you."
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was never a believer in that type of like connection with, you know, like your spirits and stuff like that and so on. And every so often, there's like I'll get the little pain here in between my eyes here, and I think of her, and that she's around me. Like there's one point every summer, as far as I remember, people are gonna think I'm crazy when I say this,
No, we
but
know you're crazy.
there's a there's when I'm at work sometimes and I'm driving the forklift. There's there's a bee that seems to hover around me every time during the summer when I'm driving the forklift, to the point where I think it's my grandma just making sure I'm okay,
Well, she's gonna sting
or
you if you're
just
gonna
or
behave.
just
It could
being
be.
around me. And it's not. I don't. There's no really beehives around my work,
Mm-hmm.
and it's every. I remember one time I came. I was inside the warehouse and I came back out of the warehouse to jump on the forklift, and the bee was sitting on the side of the forklift.
Just waiting for you.
I never could understand that. And like I said, y'all call me crazy, but
No,
hey,
no, no. It
it's one
could
of those
because
things, man. I really think it's her spirit or something,
uh, no, it could be true
saying
because
that's
my
just
mom
watching that shit.
after my grandma passed, my mom she always gets a butterfly no matter what season it is. There's this
Mm.
monarch butterfly that always comes, goes around my mom, and then leaves everywhere she goes. And yeah, it's true, and that's what she says. She actually says that. She goes, "Oh yeah, that's my mom." So yeah, man, you're right. It could be your grandma just checking on you, checking to see how you doing, or maybe something would have happened, and she's just there to protect you.
Or maybe just a reminder that she's around, because
Yeah.
it's
Exactly,
just
bro.
it's just one of those things where, and like at first when I see it, I swat it, and usually when I swat away bees, the bees don't come back. But this one, it's just like I'm like, and I see it again, it's like, sure, you know. But then at the same time, as summers go along, and I see it, and I'm just like, maybe yeah, and I'm like, hey grandma, I'm good, don't worry about it. And then when I express that part, then it goes away.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just
Yeah, it could
like,
be.
yeah, it's so like I said, I don't know, but yeah, that's what I
So,
feel like. She's watching over me as I know she would. You know, so I would
yeah,
have to
man.
say that'd be the closest thing to like a spiritual experience in regards to the spirit of Halloween and everything else. But yeah, like I was never, like I said, a believer of energies and stuff, but her presence is very strong, and I
Yeah, she
feel
makes
it's
it
just
known,
those
eh? She
little
makes it
things that
known. That's the thing.
right.
That's good though. She makes it known, so you know where she's gonna be around. We know where she's around, so and you're acknowledging that, so that's good.
Well, gentlemen, do you guys have any wishes or anything you'd like to give out to the public? Any advice? Any love? We'll start with Bacon.
Well, you know what it is, man. Like I said, the voice of power here. Wishing everyone a have a happy, safe Halloween. If you're going on trick or treating, be safe. Uh, Protect yourself. Have fun, and just watch out for the others. Enjoy yourselves and stay safe. All right. Get a lot of candy as well. And parents, make sure you check it. Make sure there's no objects and stuff like that, as y'all already do. But happy Halloween as we move. MC Bacon salute.
DJ Nash.
Yes, yes, man. All the best for this Halloween night. Be safe. Look both sides when you guys cross the road. Get your candies and make sure your parents, check them before I mean you eat them. And parents check the candies before the kids eat them. And be safe and just be safe. That's all we can say. Don't forget to follow us and check the little campanita and just get all the info from us and anything you need. We're here. Happy Halloween.
Well, to all you ghouls and goblins and all you devils and little skimpy girls that are going to be wearing their little things tonight. You should have fun. Make sure, as Nash said, you check both sides of the street. Check the candies out for the little ones. But more importantly, have fun. Remember, it's only one night a year that we're allowed to act however we want. We're allowed to dress however we want. From all of us here at Radio Que Rico at Abiertos, I want to thank you guys for spending time with us. I want to thank you guys for being part of us. The Golden Venom, our floating mask, and yours truly, DJ Mendez here, trying to, show you guys some love every single week. And with that being said, happy Halloween. Don't take your mask off. We're going to be scared of the truth. Don't take your mask off. We're going to be scared of the truth. Mi gente, until next week. Peace.
He's black. Oh.
I'm DC.